Hey guys, Perfect Game Bet today, bringing you a video. Today we're going to react to all Delta Force weapons currently in beta number 3 that we have going on right now. So shout out, we're going to be using Fire Mountain's video here today. This was pointed out to me by the community yesterday. So Fire Mountain, go ahead. I'll put his link in the description. Go ahead, give him a subscribe and a like. And he's got some good videos here. All 47 weapons, which we're going to review today. And Call of Duty inspects versus Delta Force inspects, because a lot of people are saying that there is a one-to-one between the two. So his link's in the description. Go ahead and check that out. Let's go ahead and we'll bring this bad boy to full screen and let's go ahead and check it out here. So bring the volume hopefully to a good level. Now I'll just go through, watch this video. You guys want to hear the sounds without me talking over it. But again, 47 weapons here. Let's go ahead and see. So we're starting out with the QBZ-95 as a 95 longbow. Again, Chinese bullpup assault rifle. Now, the first thing that stands out to me is it looks super clean. The reload is slightly different from what it is in Modern Warfare 3. I like this gun. I think also it's something I'm noticing is the recoil here. For sure, more recoil on a lot of the weapons that you would see in Call of Duty. Here's an AKM. Again, you have a stamped, or no, this is a milled design, I believe. So this is a milled AKM, firing 7.62 by 39 millimeter. It sounds beefy. Definitely go back and watch it without my commentary with full volume. One thing I noticed there is the reload animation seems like it's not finalized, because it's almost like he's hitting a bolt on the right-hand side. Not the right animation. M4A1. This is a staple. It appears to be a CQBR Mark 18 Block 2 here at base. Again, standard M4, really nice. Now, the one thing is the customization with this game, like the AKM, the QBZ, the M4 that you just saw. I've already looked at the customization. I'll do a separate video. You can make dozens of different weapons out of these, so that's a really good thing. Here's the K416 is obviously the H&K 416 or the M416. So it's really good to have this in a game. Finally, we didn't get this in any Modern Warfare title. So the HK416 or the M416 making an appearance here. 30 round mag, pretty high rate of fire. This is going to be a really nice weapon to be using. Moving on, SIG 552. You guys remember it as a Grau 556, I believe it was in Modern Warfare 2019. So the SIG 552 definitely should be able to do a conversion of the 553. Again, a really nice assault rifle. This is basically your AR-15 AK hybrid rifle, firing 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO. So really excited to have this in the game as an assault rifle. Next up, an AK-12, one of my favorite weapons for sure. AK-12 in all of its glory. Not using an AK-12 magazine, however, they are in the game. I've seen them. You can use Bakelite magazines, AK-12 magazines for any of the 5.45s. But the AK-12 iron sights, you have the pick rail, everything's one-to-one for the real-life design. However, they did upgrade recently a new buttstock, but it looks really good. The reload is, I will admit, the same as the AK-105 in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and 3 for sure. The M16, so this appears to be that it will be a burst weapon, so it is going to be an A4, I believe. It looks like an A2 though. This appears to be an A2, but again, M16 pretty standard. Now the AKS-74, this is different from the AKS-74U. The AKS-74 is its own weapon, so it appears like it has a 20 round magazine of the 5.45 by 39 at base. However, it's firing like a 7.62 by 39. So that may be, again, we're early in alpha stages right here is what this is. So the customization with that, though, is amazing. You can make amazing AKs with that gun for sure. So with the other AKs, I'm really excited. Car 15, again, throwback to the old Delta Force games. If you guys played the original Delta Force games, Car 15 was a staple. Car 15 is essentially, it's a Colt automatic rifle. This is the predecessor to the M4 A1. So this was what was used in Mogadishu by Delta Force, Car 15. Next up, the AS Val firing that 9x39 millimeter cartridge subsonic round. You have the base 20 round magazine. It appears to be there. Again, integrally suppressed. Nice and quiet, subsonic. That's a nice gun. You know, AS Val standard. You guys remember that from Modern Warfare 2019. Great weapon. One of my favorites also. AUG A3. Right here, firing 5.56 by 45 millimeter. So the reload animation is slightly different from Modern Warfare 2 and 3, which is nice. It's got a beefy sound to it also, which is really cool. Yeah, it's got a beefy sound. Appears to be around 650 rounds per minute. That's going to be a great weapon. Here we go to the battle rifles, the H&K G3. So again, another kind of one that we're used to from Modern Warfare 2 and 3. Firing 7.62 by 51 millimeter NATO. Very beefy. It is a battle rifle round, large caliber. However, when you're C-clamping, you're covering up the iron sights. But I've seen it with the with an optic on there, and you're fine with an optic. Thing is with that gun, the amount of recoil, like, you have to C-clamp it, so there's really no way around it. So I think that's kind of the correct way to hold it, honestly. Scar H or the Mark 17. You guys know I love my Scar and my Mark 17 here. So again, you got the reciprocating charging handle, which they did update that this past year. So the charging handle in the latest iteration is no longer reciprocates, but obviously those aren't like rolled out fully. It looks really great. Mark 17, and it feels like it's more controllable. You know, one thing you notice is you don't have this visual smoke obstruction of your target, which is nice, but the weapons do have recoil. Here's the MCX Spear, or the XM7, firing the 6.8 by 51 millimeter round. Again, recoil. The version of Modern Warfare 3 does not have recoil, it appears, so that's nice. Ash 12, you guys know this is one of my favorite weapons of all time. The Ash 12 in the game here, firing that 12.7 by 55 millimeter CQB 50 caliber round, and it sounds beefy. So listen to this. That thing's going to be a CQB animal, and I'm sure we can do a conversion to a VKS most likely. So that's really nice. K15, interesting, because I believe in Battlefield 2042 they called the Vector also the K15, which I could be wrong there. But again, the Chris Vector, you have select fire, burst, single, burst, and full auto. And notice it's the correct design for the Chris Vector with that integrated recoil system. That's proprietary property. So that's the right Vector design compared to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and 3. P90, we'll cover a couple videos for some of the conversions with this. There's some very unique weapon conversions. So I know a lot of people are saying, again, this is a 5.7 caliber. A lot of people saying like the one-to-one stuff with Call of Duty, all of that, but the amount of attachments and customization is not even comparable to Call of Duty. It's comparable to Tarkov, and I would even argue more. You can change the gas blocks on the AKs, so the level of detail is just insane. PP19 Bison, I don't like this weapon. Firing 9x18 Makarov, I hate this weapon. It was really never used in combat and was replaced by the PP19 Vitsiez. So I mean, it's just a staple for first-person shooters, but personally, I think it's a I just would rather not see it in games. It's not a very appealing weapon to me. Here you go with the Uzi. You have that classic Uzi, the wooden buttstock, firing 9x19 Parabellum, I believe is what this one is. It could potentially, most likely, have an ammo conversion for the 45 ACP. But again, Uzi, standard weapon, really nice. Here's the Vitsiez, PP19 Vitsiez. This is the weapon that replaced the PP19 Bison. So again, also firing the 9x18 Makarov. Very nice weapon. Essentially like an AK-105 design, just with a different caliber. But again, very good weapon. Standard stick magazine. Firing 9x18. Good reload animations there too. Here you go with an MP5. So this appears to be... I'm not sure what variant this is. I'd have to get a closer look at it. Looks like an A3, I believe. Could be wrong there, but you have single, burst, and full auto. MP5, again, a standard 9x19. We've seen it in a lot of video games. 9x19 Parabellum. Again, a staple of the submachine gun category for a lot of the first-person shooters. The SMG 45. Interesting name, considering I believe this is the same name it was in either Battlefield or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, so make of that what you will. But this is the LWR C45. This is kind of the Americanized version of the UMP 45. You guys remember it from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. Again, firing 45 ACP, it's a really nice weapon. Also available in 9mm in real life, so we'll see if that makes its way into the game. The SR3M, again, this is basically a variant or another option compared to the AS Val, firing 9x39mm. So this is going to be in the submachine gun category versus the assault rifle category. Again, the customization on this should be pretty immense, so I'm personally really excited. It looks like you have a 20-round magazine there at base, firing the 9x39. Here's the Hive tech gun. This is that health gun for multiplayer. I haven't seen it in the hazard operations, the extraction mode, but for the multiplayer, it'll lock onto your teammates that need health and shoot them and heal them. So K-17, so there's going to be a Glock 17. It appears to be, again, standard pistol. We've seen this in a lot of different games. Glock 17, you see it in pretty much every game. Great weapon. You can see it's very flat shooting. 9x19 Parabellum, I believe, is what the Glock 17 shoots. Here you go, 357 Magnum. Firing the 357, obviously. Again, you see this in pretty much every first-person shooter. Also, when you look at the weapon animations and say, you know, they rip them from COD or Battlefield, there's also, you know, there's only so many ways to do inspect animations, but they did say in the devlog too that they are reworking a lot of them to make them feel more unique. So I don't think that's reflected here yet. So keep that in mind. I think they may be changing a lot of these going forward to make them feel more unique for their weapon. They're also adding like wear and tear to the weapons also as you use them, etc. So that's cool. CF98A. I'm not sure actually what this is based off of. It appears to probably be a 45 ACP round. I'm not sure what that pistol is, though. I would have to get a better look at it. Here's a 92 FS. So this appears to be an M9. Nah, okay, so it's a Rafika. So the 3-round burst there. So it's a Rafika. Again, standard pistol. We've seen that in a lot of games for sure. Desert Eagle firing that 50 AC round? I can't remember what the actual round is called, but you know, it's essentially a 50 caliber round. Standard pistol. Again, you see a lot of these weapons in every game. I think the good thing here is the amount of customization that you have on these weapons, though. Here, here's a Glock 18. Interesting, they're calling it the XK18C, but the Glock 18C, this is going to be 9x19 Parabellum, fully automatic. And again, the customization on this, give it like a 17-round, 30-round mag, things like that. The customization is going to be amazing. So a lot of the weapons that we've seen, here's a Saga 12 shotgun, 12 gauge. A lot of the weapons that we're seeing here, even though they may be, you've seen them in Modern Warfare 2, 3, Battlefield, the customization in this game is crazy. So you'll be able to do things with the customization in this game that you can't do in any other game besides Tarkov. And I would argue some of the stuff I've seen could be even better than Tarkov on a weapon-per-weapon basis. So that's depending. Here's the Model 870. Again, another standard shotgun that we've seen. And I like what they did with the design here. This is kind of a different design. They've done a couple of the weapons have different designs here. You'll notice the wooden parts on this particular weapon as well. So again, that's something you'll be able to swap out most likely in the gunsmith for sure. And I think in some of the videos, I'll try and pull the clips from it, but you can see the customization for that weapon too in some of these. Here's the M1014. So again, I believe this is the Benelli. Yeah, it looks like a Benelli. So I'm not the best. I'm not the most, not really a shotgun enthusiast, but this appears to be a Benelli for sure. Correct me down below if I'm wrong there. But again, the Benelli standard shotgun. We saw this in Modern Warfare 2 and 3. Semi-automatic. Great weapon, firing the 12 gauge there. Again, you'll have different ammo types. One thing I know is like for the assault rifles, for example, like for the 5.56, you'll have different types, just like Tarkov. You'll have whether it's M85, M85A1, M995, etc. So there'll be different ammo types for the caliber. And I'm assuming we'll have the same with the shotguns or the explosive, whatever it may be. Here's the SKS. Again, this is a staple for a lot of first-person shooters. The SKS, the SKS was supposed to be the main weapon for Russia until it was put into service. I believe the shortest lived service like of any rifle that was adopted and then immediately replaced by the AKM. Here's a Knights Armament Company SR25 or the M110. So you can see it's even got the Knights logo on there, just with some different naming. So they put the Knights logo there just on the weapon, on the magwell, just with some different names and like parts of the logo slightly different. But again, firing 7.62 by 51mm. It doesn't appear to be full auto, unfortunately, which in real life you can switch it to full auto. Here's the M14. Really nice weapon again, 7.62 by 51mm NATO. So this is another battle rifle round. Again, these are DMRs, by the way. SKS, SR25, and the M14. The M14 can go full auto, which is it should be able to. The SR25 should also be able to. So I don't know if it didn't have the option or he just didn't do it. SVD, again, a staple as a Soviet sniper rifle, semi-automatic. We saw this in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. We did not see it in Modern Warfare 2 or 3. But again, we've seen this in so many games dating back. It's a classic Russian sniper rifle. So again, good to see this. And again, the rate of fire there, being a semi-automatic rifle, you can fire that thing pretty quickly. So I can see that being an issue if you build it for like a close quarters. Here's the VSS Venturas, basically the brother to the AS Val. Again, firing 9x39mm. Now, again, correctly, this can also go full auto. You can see the rate of fire is slower than it should be. But again, for balancing purposes, they needed to differentiate the Val and the VSS. So VSS Venturas 9x39, semi and full auto as a marksman rifle is going to be awesome. I think that's really nice to see. Mini 14, never been a fan of this weapon. Personally, I don't like it. I kind of wish they added something else besides this. But again, dating back to the Black Hawk Down Delta Force Origins, it makes sense that it's in the game. So Mini 14 is a good one. Here's the bow. This is that, the specialist ability bow. You'll shoot that, and it basically is like a snapshot grenade wherever it lands. Here's the M40. So this is again, M40 callback to the original Delta Force. You have the wooden chassis for this. You can will be able to modernize it within the gunsmith for the game as well. But it sounds beefy, and again, a good callback to the original Delta Force game. So it's good to see this weapon in the game, especially with the wooden chassis, is really nice. Here's the R93. Now I will admit I'm not 100% sure what this one is supposed to be. It looks like a Russian. It looks like a Russian sniper rifle, but again, I'm not 100% positive. This is my first time actually looking at this, so I don't really know what this one is. R93, you guys let me know down below. It appears to be a Russian sniper rifle, though. I'm just not positive which one it is. It could be the, I have it in the back of my head, but I can't remember. I'm going to say it wrong if I do. And the way he did this video, he cut off he made the screen a little bit smaller, so obviously you can't really see the full placeholder for the weapon. Here's the SV98, so this one's definitely a Russian sniper rifle. SV98, definitely a big callback to the Battlefield 3 and 4 days for sure. Battlefield 2 and the Bad Company series, SV98, great sniper rifle. I like the design that they did with this, and I like the sound effects for it too. So definitely nice to see the SV98 in a game. We didn't see it in any of the Call of Duties recently. But yeah, it's good to have this one in the game. You can see the scope there is an 8x magnification. A lot of these scopes you can toggle the magnification levels, which is really nice. 8 up to like 20 times. Really cool to see that. Here's the Havok Warfare sniper rifle. I believe the L96, I believe it is. Again, this is a British sniper rifle, I believe. Is where it was in service. But again, we did see this in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 or Modern Warfare 2. One of those ones. I believe it's firing 338 Lapua Magnum or 338. You have Lapua Magnum, and then you have the other 338. I always get the two mixed up. But again, the L96 in the game is the AMW. Here's the M249 SAW, squad automatic weapon. Firing 5.56 by 45mm NATO. Again, you can see it's the original Mini-Me SAW design. You do have the magwell there for the magazine in case of emergencies. So I'm curious, that should be an ammo option, I'm assuming. Rate of fire right on target, around 800, 850 rounds per minute. Depending on the gas setting, you can beef that up a little bit. But the customization for this, I've seen a good amount, and this is going to be a really fun gun. You can have candid grips on this, anything you want. Grips and bipod combinations, anything. So again, look at the recoil there. Like, I do like what they're doing with the recoil. Granted, he's not controlling it, but just to see how far it's rising, I like that. And I have seen him use, or other players use it in game. It's controllable for sure, but just the fact that it recoils that much versus Call of Duty is nice. Here's the PKM. Again, classic machine gun. And this is nice. It has the correct rate of fire, I believe. Let's take a look. Yeah, so pretty much the right rate of fire. It should be around 800 to 900 rounds per minute. It appears to be a little bit slower than 900, probably around 750-ish to 800. So I'll take it, definitely. The rate of fire in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 was a little bit too fast. The rate of fire in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, way too slow. I want to say it's 800 to 900 rounds per minute in real life. So this is perfect. This is right in line with what I've seen in other Battlefield games and previous Call of Duties. PKM definitely should be able to customize that to a PKP Pecheneg, but again, that's firing the 7.62 by 54mm R round, that Russian bell-fed machine gun. PKM, probably the greatest machine gun ever made. Here's the AT4 rocket launcher. So we've seen this in a lot of games. AT4 classic. Definitely callbacks to a lot of the Battlefield days for sure. Here's a Stinger missile. So that'll be a lock-on only. Tactical knife, again. Can't go wrong with the tactical knife. Looks like a nice Rambo knife right there. And I want to say that's it. Let's see here if he's got anything else. Okay, repair tool. So that'll be to repair tanks, helicopters, vehicles. So yeah, there it is. Those are all the weapons here in the game. So again, I think a lot of this stuff is awesome. I love the designs of these. I think everything sounds great, really beefy. Go ahead and check out his channel down below. Big shout out to Fire Mountain for being able to get this footage. My community pointed out, so please go check him out. Check out his channel. He's got another video that's comparing the reload animations and inspects to Modern Warfare series with all these weapons. So definitely check that out. A lot of stuff, I will admit, is one-to-one. Other stuff is different, which I'm fine with. The Call of Duty did a great job of that, and this is a 10-cent game, so they do have, they published Call of Duty Mobile, so it's not like they're ripping it. They kind of have rights to a lot of those animations. So I think if you're going to take or utilize previous content, Call of Duty is where you would want to do it. But again, the gunsmith customization is far superior than anything you've seen. The only thing comparable would be Escape from Tarkov. So let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of all the weapons here? Now again, they should be adding more weapons to this. This is a good amount added from the last weapon video I did, but there's even more that should be coming for sure before launch. I'm assuming, because they said they added 16 new weapons, so I don't see all the additional 16 here within this playtest. It looks like they still have a few more that aren't in this playtest. So let me know what other weapons you guys want to see down below. If you guys are interested, memberships for my channel are live. We have merchandise. All that information should be down below in the description, as well as Fire Mountain's link to his channel. There's that beautiful AK-12. That's what I love to see. Let me know your thoughts down below of the weapons here. Till next time, Buckner Gaming, out.